Hello friends, and welcome back to r/Tales from Retail. And our first story. If a customer tells you something is cheaper, you honor it. I had a doozy of a customer a few days ago, and I'm still shaking my head about it. I haven't posted in some time, but I definitely have some stories saved up from over the holiday season because people were just rude. Anyway, on to the story. For some background, I work in an apparel department of my store, mainly on the register. I was on the register a few nights ago when this story took place. I'd been sick all day, but decided to come into work. I couldn't afford to call out again. Customers had actually been pretty good that night. I think they could tell that I was sick, for which I was grateful, but not this woman. Oh no, not her. It was probably 9:30 when this middle-aged woman comes up to my counter to buy some items. She had a few shirts from the men's department as well as some workout pants and a few small bottles of wine. I start ringing her things up, and she has a coupon to buy one get one free for the men's shirts. I scan everything, total it, then apply the coupon. I tell her total, and she just stares at the screen. In the way that only true pain-in-the-butt customers can. I knew she was going to have a problem the moment she opened her mouth, but what came out surprised me because she was so bold. She'll be B for bold, and maybe a few other things. I'll be me for, well, of course, B. So that's not enough of a discount after that coupon. I want more. I really wasn't sure what she could mean. I was really confused. Me. Well, everything ran up at the price it was supposed to. I don't really know what you mean by not enough of a discount. Everything the coupon applied to, it took off. B. Yes, but it's still not enough. I thought it would work on the pants as well. The coupon in question clearly states young men and men's shirts. There isn't anything on the coupon anywhere saying anything about pants. So why she thought that beats me. Me. Oh, I see. The coupon is only applicable to men's shirts. There isn't a coupon for pants this week. She kind of narrowed her eyes at me, but didn't say anything else, so I figured that was it. I repeated her total again, and very politely, I may add. She ignored me and asked where our New Year's Eve jewelry was. We didn't and still don't really have any jewelry for New Year's Eve, only really Christmas. I don't know why, but we don't. I told her this, kind of confused as to why the conversation had gone in that direction since I'd finished ringing her out and everything was bagged. B. Well, do you have any, costume jewelry or stuff like that? I told her that yes, we did, and gave her directions to where they were, assuming she would go look once the transaction was completed. I was totally wrong. Without another word to me, she books it in the direction that I had explained to her and leaves me with an unfinished transaction, me sick as hell in general and getting sick of her weird, wishy-washy attitude. Add to the fact I had customers that had just lined up after she walked away, and I was downright pissed off. I explained to the other customers what happened and told them that they could check out in the front at the main check stands if they would like, but they didn't mind, thankfully. I waited and waited, probably 5 minutes. I don't know why the other customers stayed in line. I would have left long before then, when the woman came back, all of a sudden holding 2 little wallet clutches that were sparkly. Pretty good for New Year's Eve, even if they didn't say anything about NYE on them. B. I found these. Add them to my total. Me. Sure thing. So I added them to her transaction, put them in the bag with the rest of her items, and told her new total. She stared at the screen again, this time really scrutinizing it, and I could feel my soul leave my body with how annoyed I was. B. No, those aren't cheap enough. Those jewelry bags are supposed to be half off. I knew how this was going to go right then and there, and I just wasn't having it. I felt bad for the other customers in line, but there was no way I was going to let this woman get away with me adjusting the price of something I knew full well wasn't on sale. Me. Ma'am, the jewelry is actually regular price now. It's not on sale. I'm sorry. B. So what was the sign over there? It said 50% off all holiday jewelry. The answer lied within her question. All holiday jewelry, which is not what she had. She may have been using it for that purpose, but it wasn't actually holiday jewelry. I explained that to her, this time a little less friendly than I had been. The woman in line behind her, who had stayed through her taking her sweet time shopping, finally gave up and walked away, so it was down to us again. B. Well, that's false advertising. If I ever hear those words uttered again in my life, it'll be too soon. There are so damn many customers who just think that something is false advertising because they're too ignorant to realize that what they're getting isn't included in a sale. I couldn't stop myself again. Me. Can you explain to me how exactly it's false advertising when the sign back there is only on top of the holiday jewelry, when these clutches you got were nowhere near there, as well as full price? I don't understand. She just rolled her eyes at me but didn't say anything in response. I asked her if she would still like them, and I think out of spite, she still took them. I repeated her total for what felt like the 8th time. I mean, at this point, I had spent almost 20 minutes with her at the register, and I had other things I needed to do in my department. She looked at the damn screen again, all scrutinizing it. I knew she was looking for anything else that had an imaginary discount she'd conjured out of her butt, and she found one, with the men's workout pants. B. Oh yeah, so those pants were supposed to be 50% off. It was like she had to get something discounted. There was no way she was going to leave without getting something for cheaper than our already insane sale prices. Also, our men's workout pants, especially the brand she had, were definitely not 50% off. They were 30%, and the reason I know that is because I had set the ad for men's athletic wear that week. Me. Ma'am, I'm sorry to inform you, but no, they're not. They're only 30% off this week. I set the ad myself, so I definitely remember that. She just sighed heavily, definitely annoyed, but at least she didn't fight it. I waited for her to scrutinize the screen even more, but alas, she finally pulled money out of her monstrosity of a purse. I almost cried from joy. Right as she was about to hand me the money for the purchase, she did something so unthinkable, I'm still unable to fully process it. She looked at the screen one last time, looked at me, then the bagged merchandise, put her money back in her wallet, and said, "You know what? I really don't want any of this stuff anymore. You've argued with me over every price. I've told you, and it's just made it so I don't want to give you my money. You've lost a customer." Me. I'm so sorry you feel that way. However, this is a business, and I can't just take your word for every sale price you think something should be, especially when I set the sale ads myself. If you think something should be cheaper, maybe customer service would be the better way to go. Hope you have a better night. B. I'm just saying, if a customer tells you something is cheaper, you honor it. Now, I did something very unprofessional here, and I'm going to be honest, I shouldn't have said what I said. But I'd been sick all week, and I was very angry and just wasn't having it. Let me stop you there. I will never take a customer's word for it or honor a price blindly. Expecting me to do that, especially with such large adjustments, is ridiculous. You've had an issue with everything I've rang up for you because you didn't read the sale signs accurately. That's not my fault. I won't adjust prices for you because you choose to ignore and pick and choose what you want. Have a good night. I stayed at my register as she walked away. I honestly expected her to go straight to customer service, but instead, she walked out the door. She had muttered quite a few rude remarks, but I didn't care. I was too pissed off. Yes, I shouldn't have said what I said, but I'm sorry, this is a business. I don't care if you think I should honor random prices you pull out of your butt because you want stuff to be cheaper. If you want cheaper prices, you know where to shop. It's not at my higher-end store. People have been getting very shady lately with prices and haggling, and I'm not doing it. I think I could have handled the situation better, but honestly, what else was there to do? I had to stick to my guns, and I'm glad I did. If I get talked to by my manager, I'll just explain what happened, and I know they'll have my back. I'd rather lose a sale from an illiterate thief who'd only be paying half the price than an honest customer who actually reads the sales and pays attention, and who doesn't try to swindle my store. And the next story. It was taking forever. My small store has one men's and one women's washroom available for use by both staff and customers. I was utilizing said facilities one day when I hear someone try the door, then knock. Me, someone's in here. Me, just a minute, someone's in here. Well, some things take a little longer to accomplish than others, so a few moments later, what do you know? More knocking, more rattling of the doorknob, then silence. About 30 seconds later, I'm washing my hands when I hear a key in the lock and my manager opens the door. Manager, oh, I'm sorry, these ladies told me the door was stuck. I look over and they're muttering. Rude ladies, and we're taking forever. Then they see me exiting the restroom. One of them exclaims, "Can you believe it? It was an employee." Because employees shouldn't be allowed to use the washroom, apparently. Thanks for watching, and if you want to see more videos, click here. And if you like the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It's very important to me. See you soon.